You know, it's kind of crazy when you think about the game and everything, gentlemen. I think a lot of people out here don't understand that when it comes to dating, when it comes to women, the reason why most guys are going to continue to actually fail with women is because of how their interpretation of the game actually is. And this is because the second that you like a woman, the second that you're interested in a woman, the second that you put your heart on your sleeve, I always tell you, don't take your heart and take it off your sleeve. The moment you begin to like a woman is that you're going to start to leak a certain kind of weakness that turns women off and everything. And most of you guys do this without even knowing it. A lot of you guys think that what you're doing is actually the right thing, but it's not the right thing. You're doing it all wrong. And most of you guys feel like what you're doing is actually real, but it's not real, man. Most women are always going to see the stuff that you do as neediness. And a guy out there, this is why he keeps losing. This is exactly why 90% of the guys keep losing, because 90% of the guys out there keep doing the same exact thing, trying to get a different result. You know, they want to send the long text, the long replies, over-explaining, confessing real early, and they want to give everything in. And they don't understand that they're actually killing the curiosity before a woman can even determine if she's actually interested in you. So that's what we're going to actually talk about that today, man. We're going to talk about what's going on with a lot of you guys out there, because a lot of you guys are making a one mistake that is keeping you single. And you're probably wondering that, you know what, I feel like I'm doing everything right. I know a lot of you guys think that you're doing everything right, but let me tell you guys something, man. The biggest mistake that's going to keep you guys single is not the way you looked and all this, and not even basically what you say. The mistake is that when you get around a woman that you like, you begin to act in a way that is not conducive, that turns the woman on. Actually, it really turns her off a little bit. And I think a lot of people don't understand how that actually works. Now, a guy sees a woman. I get when you see a woman for the first time, you're actually interested in her. You want to do so much things, but most of the guys out there, they go wrong because of how they move. I gotta get across the street. Most guys go wrong because of actually how they're revealing things and actually revealing themselves. And that's what, gentlemen, that's what we're going to be talking about and discussing today. And I want you guys to go ahead and get your crayons out, and I want you guys to soak up this game, because a lot of people are not going to tell you the truth. And what's going to happen for many of you guys out there, you're going to fail with women. The biggest mistake that's going on for you guys is that it's like because you have your heart out, you're like performing for some kind of approval with her. It feels like you got to start to try to prove yourself to the woman. You try to explain yourself too fast. You move too fast. You try to do everything so fast and so quickly that you take all the wind out of her sails by trying to give everything up front to her. Now, I get it. A lot of you guys feel the competition. A lot of you guys think that there are other men trying to get at your girl. So you feel like, well, I've got to do more. I've got to give more. I've got to be more. I've got to do more, because if I don't, I'm actually going to lose. And what I'm saying is that y'all are just too open. Being open means just giving her too much, giving her everything all the time, and trying to show her that you're the perfect guy, trying to explain your intentions, trying to show her that I'm honest and I'm loyal and all these other things that actually is going to turn her off. And when a woman feels that way too early, man, she is not going to want to mess with you. She just, in her mind, she feels like you're afraid of losing her to the next guy that's going to actually get in touch and text that woman. And this is where a lot of guys mess up. They're trying to cash in quickly, too emotionally, too fast, because they feel like in their mind, they feel like it's slipping away. It's like you're trying to give a woman a full movie trailer of yourself. You're trying to give her the deleted scenes, the footage, the sequel. You're trying to give everything to her because you're so eager with your feelings and you're so quick with your wounds. When I say wounds, this is where, gentlemen, the nurse wound comes in at. This is where a lot of young men become nervous around women and they get nervous and they feel they got to do more. They want to show her that I can give you pleasure. They want to show her I can be vulnerable. They want to show her that I want to make a connection. They want to show her that I'm actually the guy for you. If you just give me the chance and you just give me the opportunity, I can be so many things for you. Fuck. I should have. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. Just someone tried to cut around me, but I'll cut around her. But you know why? But anyway, guys. Anyway, so what happens to many of you guys out there, you lose because of how you're moving, how you're thinking. A lot of you guys think that your honesty, your instabilities, and the way that you think is actually going to change things. You're not going to change a connection with a woman. It is never going to happen that way. And the biggest problem that a lot of you guys are going to have is that she doesn't want to experience weight of trying to get her to like you or trying to prove yourself. See, this is not about you guys actually out here pretending to be something that you're not, because you're not that guy. Most of you just try too hard because deep in the back of your mind, you look at her and you say, okay, well, she is gorgeous. She is pretty. She is all these things. And because she's all these things, I've got to make sure I'm the right thing for her. I'm the right person for her. And as long as I can show her I'm the right person, then I won't lose her. And see, when you have the game and you're grounded in the game, you just don't give everything away to a woman. And I want to show you how it works in the game. And this is where so many guys go wrong. When I'm talking to a woman, or a man is talking to a woman, you don't want to give everything away. Remember, I always teach you open loops. And the only way to actually have an open loop with a woman is to continue to make sure that everything you do and everything you give her is another doorway to another door to another door. If you are just piling everything you are with a woman, to a woman, and around a woman, you are never going to make that deep, deep connection that most of you guys want to make with women. The biggest problem is kind of like your engagement. A lot of you are trying to engage with a woman in a way where you're saying that, you know what, I am one door. And because I am one door, I am a one-trick pony. That means I cannot give, do, or say anything else. So I feel like I got to give it all. And as a man, one thought, one mind, one way, I wanted to feel that I'm grounded. And because most of you guys miss this, because over-talking, sharing, over-explaining, and all of that is going to kill everything because she's met that person before. You're not making her feel the difference. You're trying to get her to see the difference. And that's the problem, guys. See, as long as you are making a woman try to see you versus feel you, you're on the same outdated system as every guy she has met. Every guy she has met before you is running on an outdated system to run behind her, kiss her ass, and try to prove themselves to her. And that's where everything is going wrong. Because most of these guys out there don't believe in themselves. So when a man doesn't believe in himself, what he wants to do is he wants to make sure the woman actually believes in him. And women, one thing women can feel is desperation. It's not explained always the right way, but I'm telling you guys, it actually turns women off. And if she's turned off, okay, because most of you guys don't realize, because of the mommy wound and because of how you're feeling, You're kind of making the woman feel responsible for you, for your happiness. And women don't ever want to feel like they're responsible for your happiness. They want to be a part of your life, but they want to feel like they're the ones that have to bring you up when you're down. They have to validate you. And that's what women see. That's why I always tell you guys. And I think a lot of guys don't understand it. So what happens, gentlemen, and I keep trying to explain to you, when you meet a woman for the first time, it's not that she's meeting you for the first time. She's meeting someone like you before. She has met you before several times. She knows how you think. She knows how you act. She knows how you behave. And what's happening is that she's not actually meeting you. She's meeting someone that she's already met before like you. And because she meets someone like you, she's not going to be interested, because she actually is talking to the person that turned her off. And that is why, because most guys are on that same outdated system. As long as you're on the outdated system, what's going to happen is that you're just going to try to win her over by saying, I need you to see me for who I am, not for actually what I am. And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of guys actually go through, trying to get a woman to see them. I don't want a woman to see me. I want a woman to feel what I am, and to realize that if I could just keep that loop open, gentlemen, it's going to draw her out to want to know more about me. Who are you? What are you? And what you am I going to get the next time you text me, the next time you send a voice message, the next time you send a video, the next time we go live, the date that we go on? You know, what am I going to get? It's got to be that kind of an excitement. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, Steve, I can't do all of that. Well, no, you can do that when you become a student of the game. And this is why a lot of bad advice ruins a lot of people, as I told you. Gentlemen, I want you to think of your life or your mindset. If you think about your life and your mindset, how you think is when you don't believe in yourself, you don't know how to talk to women, you don't know how to communicate with women, and you don't know how to turn a woman on. What happens is when you listen to bad advice, what happens is they put a rug over your problem. And you cannot ever succeed with a woman still having an underlying thought of you not even believing in yourself, because what you're doing is actually sabotaging yourself with that woman. And a lot of guys don't see that is the greatest damage that they do when they don't understand the game. They're always going to sabotage themselves in a way where there isn't quite the connection that they want to have. There is no tone, there is no rhythm, and there's no incentive, gentlemen, on an emotional and sexual level to be around someone that she feels that, you know what, I've got to take care of. Women don't want to take care of you. Women really just want to experience you. And if a woman feels that she's got to keep taking care of you, and a woman feels that, you know, you're doing everything to get her to see you, then that's actually going to turn her off. And I don't want you guys to actually do all of that. What I want you guys to do is I want you to bring out the hunger inside of a woman through an open loop. And how you bring out the hunger is a woman trying to figure out you in a way through her feelings and her emotions, not through a text message and something like that. You want a woman to feel, you know, I'm missing out on something. There's something about you that just makes me want to get to know you better, and I want to hurry this thing up, and I want to rush this thing along, and I am impatient, and I want to be, you see what I'm saying? Those are the triggers that a man can actually give a woman. But the problem is the internet is never going to tell you that, because the way the internet sets up, what the internet does, it sets up a lot of young people to fail because it gives them a lot of bad information. All information is not good information, gentlemen. And if somebody is trying to give you a quick fix on something and trying to help you solve something without allowing you to understand what's going on, you're actually going to fail in all of those things. And that's why I always tell you, man, you know, when you have the game, gentlemen, and you go into the game, you realize that You know, every woman doesn't get a backstage pass. Every woman doesn't get access to me. You know, you've got to be a special kind of woman to get me to want to even think about you or want to text you or want to talk to you. And that's what she's going to feel. Every woman doesn't get the private side of yourself. No, every woman doesn't get the side of you that you should share when she earns it. And that's where a lot of guys go wrong. And that's why I just want to say to you young men out here real quick, this is why it's very important that you have to have a bit of exclusivity to you where you're saying, yes, I'm just meeting you, but this is just a meeting. Who are you beyond the body? Who are you past that smile? Who are you past that fake persona? I'm not just going to accept you for who you are. I want to know the woman behind the woman and to realize that if you are messing with me and you're getting with me, that we're gonna move in a whole different way. I'm not trying to get you to want to be a part of my life if it feels forced or it feels rigid or it feels weird. And that, I think so many people go wrong with that because they try to force a round peg in a square hole, and you can't do that in the game. A lot of guys do that and they make the greatest mistake. You don't win by giving her everything. You win by making her work hard to get you, and by showing her that, yes, I am attracted to you, and yes, I do want to talk to you, but we're going to do it on my terms, my way. You got work to do. You got to put some work in. This is not, you just can't have me just because you have a body. You got to put work in. You got to show me that you are worthy enough to get invited or be selected in my world and in my kingdom. Just remember that, guys, because if you can stop thinking like the 90%, you are going to win with this game. And the only way you can win is actually be a student of the game. But gentlemen, this is not going to be it's the end of our video, but not the end of our discussion. Gentlemen, this is being brought to you by the band. Make sure you guys get this band right here. And the reason why I say get the band is because it's the beginning of Mouthpiece 101. And if for you guys to break the system or to break what's going on with women, you've got to get the band. This is something that nobody's ever talking about. I'm showing you guys. Just go to the Man Mindset, click on the band, and watch the 30-minute free video so you get understand of the depth in which we're talking about. And if you get the band, if you're in the United States, you can get the band. But if you're out of the United States, you can still get the formula. It's not about the band. It's really about the formula. But when you purchase the band in the United States, you get the formula for free. But if you're out of the States and you don't have the band, just buy the formula and you're good to go. But gentlemen, other than that, man, if you want to become a student of the game, go ahead and get your pathway. Send us an email at themanmindset@gmail.com and just go ahead and ask for your pathway and we'll send you a PDF file. And guys, if you're not rating, you're just new and you want to kick the tires, man, look, we have YouTube shorts, we have videos, we have live shows. We put out game. We try to put out game every day, gentlemen, every day, because the game does not sleep. And I want to make sure that you guys soak up this game. But gentlemen, look, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm proud of you guys. Y'all are doing a good job, my students and everything. Keep pushing forward. But gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, man, this video right here, that video right there, you are going to love that video. So make sure you check that out, man. The Dean, man, and I will talk to you guys later. And guys, let me know what you think about what I'm saying in the comments. Peace.